And in a bid to address the growing concern of sexual harassment in the society, stakeholders have gathered in Abuja for a two-day capacity building training. Now, the training aims at tackling the pervasive issues of sexual harassment, which has become a major bone of contention in the community. The training brings together key stakeholders and the media to discuss effective strategies and solutions to combat sexual harassment, promote awareness and support victims. Victoria Ayorinde tells us more.
Sexual harassment is a pervasive issue that affects both men and women, challenging the traditional notion that it only impacts women. Gender violence in its many forms can be inflicted upon individuals regardless of their gender, age, or background. Sexual harassment affects both men and women, and it's essential to acknowledge its gender-neutral nature. To combat this pervasive issue, the media plays a crucial role in raising awareness and promoting understanding. The media plays a vital role in shaping public discourse and influencing societal attitudes towards gender issues, including sexual harassment. Hence the need for a two-day capacity building training for media in Abuja to understanding national and legal frameworks to effectively report and address sexual harassment in Nigeria tertiary institutions.
Because now a lot of them are now understand the legal frameworks, the laws that govern human rights in general, both in the regional space, both in the national space, and also in the international space. And so knowing this, it's easier for them to be able to know how to report on cases that have to do with sexual harassment in tertiary institutions. So when you talk about victims, survivors of sexual harassment, there is nothing that can equate to reporting, because the more you report, the better we can stop the menace, because the society has covered up such terrible situations for so long, and they have, even some people have started normalizing it. There's nothing normal about sexual harassment. Some people, they bear it, it affects them, they go through depression, mental health issues. You see even people committing suicide because they've been forced to, they've been intimidated, threatened, and forced to do things that normally they will not do, something that they will never consent to in their free will.
Following the training section, several media participants expressed their gratitude and enthusiasm for the knowledge gained. They acknowledge that the training has empowered them with the necessary tools and insight to enhance their reporting on sexual issues, thereby contributing to the eradication of the menace in society.
Through this training, this 2 days training, we're able to, through the facilitators, equip with the necessary legal, the laws and the acts and the bills that we as journalists can lay hands on to enable us pass the necessary message, enable us make necessary reports, and enable us do the necessary investigations regarding things that we know or we've come across. Oftentimes we run into people who have experiences, who have something to tell us about the experience they've had in schools, in their homes and workplace. So because we don't have this legal backing, we don't have the knowledge about the laws that support our reports, so we tend to not give it the necessary attention that it deserves. But what we've been able to acquire here today will help us to do the right thing at the right time, as getting the right information to the people.
We're here to learn about these laws and to know how to do reports based on these laws, and to call government to action based on these laws. That there are laws that which you can use to reduce sexual harassment in tertiary institutions.
With this, Alliances for Africa is dedicated to joining forces with the federal government to tackle the pressing issue of sexual harassment in Nigeria's tertiary institutions. This collaborative effort aims to create a safe and inclusive environment for students and staff, free from the surge of sexual harassment. Victoria Ayorinde, KAFTAN TV News.